Down.
No, that's different. So.
Would anyone like to regale us of what happened in the last session? Briefly.
Did it take us? Anybody make notes?
Yeah, but they're covered in water.
Trans-Barovia Express. Stoppage. Find fuse box. They weren't as detailed as my normal notes.
Summarised quite beautifully there. I believe I saved the day.
You are entirely incorrect.
The train was stopped. We disembarked and found the hut which had holes in the roof.
I believe I put the final pay to the Fae.
Yeah, turned out to be Faye.
I didn't believe found the day. Why?
Anyway, we sold it without too much bloodshed. Because they were using a lead necklace which was poisoning the
The
dryad.
Dryad decided to interfere with the rail and the locomotive. So, of course, we thought we'd go and see what we could do. Turns out there was poison. Don't have kids.
One didn't intend to.
We resolved the problem, and after a short delay, the conductor said we were all good to go.
Absolutely correct.
We re-embarked on the line to Vallakrezk, if I remember correctly.
Vallakrezk?
Yeah, that one.
It's alright, you're not from the area.
No.
You're a spiritual guide. Yes, your intent is to go to the Vallakrezk. You are two guides hired to escort these two individuals, members of the Tuxford Institute, whatever that means, to Vallakrezk, where there is a recently established, brand spanking new outpost of the Tuxford Initiative.
We're home.
The rest of the journey is uneventful, as the Dawnbringer locomotive makes its way through the Svalak woods. Some of you rest, some of you find it more difficult to come to ease. But eventually the train arrives at Vallakrezk Central, where passengers begin to disembark. You're still within the cabin you travel?
Yep.
We had a long rest.
You have had a long rest. Conductor begins to make its way down the carriage. As you may have realised, we just arrived at Vallakrezk Central. This is the terminate stop. Please disembark and make sure you collect all your things. Trans-Barovia is not quite liable for any misplaced belongings.
You sure this is the right place?
Yes, this is Vallakrezk. The pit fiend sharing your cabin glasses.
I can smell the death and decay. This is certainly where you're going to end up.
What does it look like out the windows?
You can see it's
That's like easily done.
rather dismal, gloomy outlook. It's not misty as were the woods, but the rain is beginning to fall and passengers are making their way with umbrellas and covering their heads up with luggage. They are quickly making their way inside to the locomotive station. Make a perception check. There.
I have rolled. A 10.
10. Looking out the window, you can see one particularly large individual standing in the very centre of the platform. They wear a top hat, and a long cloak. They appear to be holding up a sign which you can't quite make out. in the rain.
I think we should probably go and find our way to the institute.
Yes.
We're in a carriage. I will lead the way out of the carriage.
Make your way on the train station. Can I have everyone with perception check, please?
12. Digital dog.
17.
Better than mine.
15.
Flat 7, not sure what my mod is. Maybe 9.
Rancid.
Yes.
You are first to notice the individual Anna spied earlier. The sign which they hold thusly reads on it Tuxford Institute. You can spy that underneath this thick cloak is an enormously set man with long sideburns, almost animalistic. Their hand is gorilla-like fur. They have a set jaw, and they're looking at the passengers as they disembark.
Oh, I might be mistaken, but given the company we can't travel with, I think that gentleman might be the one we seek.
I do have some sort of vehicle transportation.
Did you speak to the gentleman?
Yes. Here we see has a sign. There's Tuxford on it.
The grunts.
Is your handler anywhere?
Yeah.
Right. This place is so charming.
He goes to reach for your baggage to carry it.
Yeah, I give it to him. I don't think I can. I'm not taking him.
Clearly the institute sent their best.
William, you spy the bottom of the platform. Your pit fiend fans just watching you in the rain as you disembark.
What, sorry?
Your pit fiend.
Oh, what's the cool. No, I didn't need. Is there anything umbrella?
The rain pours on him. As you make your way through the train station, you see him in the corner of the train station, watching you. And as you make your way through the station, there is a carriage outside, perched upon which, almost crushingly so, a large red pit fiend. It is a carriage unlike anything you have ever seen before. Even those who cannot see the large demon, devil. It is drawn by 2 porcelain horses, resembling a child's toy. They are perfectly stationary, not moving in response to the water falling upon their backs. And can I have a perception check from everyone?
Oh, fuck.
14.
2, number 1.
14.
Very good at this.
I know.
That seems fine to me.
Who rolled? 14 was the highest roll.
17.
17, okay. The 2 guides,
They donkey.
Oh yeah, I forgot I got.
the Tuxford initiates, are somewhat oblivious to this, more interested in the contraptions themselves. You notice finer details. They are not statues as they first appear. They have segments on their leg joints and around their neck. The porcelain has become faded and dulled with soot and smoke on their backs. And you smell the smell not of horses, but of herbs, musky herbs, and under that a very acidic smell. Make an intelligence check, or history check, or medicine check.
Mate, they're all good.
Do a Blinsky check.
There's no Blinsky.
21 under history.
21. You, some point in your travels, have encountered the incredibly pungent and unforgettable smell of embalming fluid, of formaldehyde, and that is the odour which you smell from these undead horses. The gentleman opens the door to the cabin.
Does the gentleman smell the same? Does he smell undead?
No, he doesn't.
I'm trying to beacon of hope and progress.
He begins chucking luggage onto the back of the carriage.
Careful, please.
It's quite alright, there's nothing important.
Off to you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't make these horses like they used to.
Means me then.
When I was a boy.
I go into the carriage. I'll go first.
Upon stepping in, you notice that the cabin is already occupied. There is a...
You sure with my perception?
Yeah, I rolled a 1. Though she might be discreet, she's making no effort to hide herself as she sits opposite you.
I thought this was a private carriage.
Oh, it is a private carriage, but I will be accompanying you to the Institute.
And you are?
My name is Anna von Quover.
And what is it that, why will you be accompanying us, Anna von Kover?
I am an associate of Dmitri. You are familiar of the warden? No, Dmitri Popescu, the caretaker.
Oh, yes.
211B, Dawnbringer Street.
What is national insurance number?
Please sit in. They say the rains in Vallakrezk never cease to those who stand in it.
That seems wise. I'll take a seat on the opposite side of the carriage from her.
She is diminutive, and now you're within, you notice, because she's of gnomish heritage. She is finely dressed, wearing a fine but practical suit.
Does she appear to be armed?
Make a perception check.
Probably not. 13.
She has 2.
She does not appear to be armed.
I up and down, then shuffle up as everyone else piles in, I suppose. Is the institute far?
Not far. A few minutes at most. It's prime real estate right in the central Vallakrezk. Old Valaki itself. I misspoke, by the way, when I said Dmitri Popescu. It is Anton Drobescu. Anton will be the one who receives you at the Institute. Sorry, what was that? I didn't catch it.
Do you have any idea what it is we're expected to do here? We train recruits, patrol the streets.
My understanding is you should just assist with the establishment of the Tuxford Institute, or whatever that entails. What have you been told?
Pretty much that, I believe.
How long have you been with the Institute?
As long as I can remember.
Forgive me, I'm poor at judging elvish ears.
God. Let me have a look at mine. 1 second, please. I must consult my vast memory.
And you are also accompanying us?
We are on their guides in more respects than one.
In what respect?
Yeah, we're not old, but
Practically and spiritually, you might say.
that'd be quite good.
I didn't follow. Why would they need spiritual guides in Vallakrezk?
Well, many think they do not need it, but well, you can't cheat fate, but sometimes you can.
Very true. Very true. Mr. Grimm, we're ready.
Charming name.
Oh yes. He's not much of a talker, but he is a useful travelling companion.
And so delicate.
How long do you expect to be in Vallakrezk?
As long as it takes, hopefully not long.
You come with the mission?
We have oral
And what is that?
It does not concern me, as you are not wrong for Tuxford Institute.
Make a persuasion check.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, I shouldn't be so near the microphone, I'm sorry.
I love being a little crazy.
It's the best. Don't stop.
That's a unnatural one.
May I give you some advice, William?
He won't listen.
No, thank you. Looks like you're going to. Go on, spit it out.
You're not as intelligent as you think you are, and you're certainly not as charming.
Trust me, he definitely doesn't think he's charming.
Irrelevant, useless.
Vallakrezk is not as welcoming as its pretty exteriors make it appear.
It must be pretty bad then.
Yeah, it's no straight, it's like not most things, pretty exterior.
I'm sorry,
It'd be wise to you to make allies.
I'm sure the charm of the place will reveal itself in the full light of day.
Allies are dim.
My compatriot is clearly tired from the travel.
Tired and bored.
He is like a child.
Getting mad Enna got vibes.
Both of you have inspiration, that's so great.
Yeah. Tick.
Achievement unlocked.
Are they there yet?
Almost. Is there anyone in particular you wish to seek out in Vallakrezk?
I hope to look into the history of the liberation of Vallakrezk. If you had any records on that, that would be interesting.
You refer to the Dawnbringers.
Is that what we call them around here?
Dawnbringers.
Those who cast off the long night.
I have no tales of this.
We would call it the sun.
The sun does not bring itself, William.
It does.
Our history was long and dark. I advise you again, do not joke of such matters. You never know who you may offend. Many people died in the dawn.
Are there any tours of the main sites or anything like that?
Any museums?
Well, it's interesting you should say. Before it was under new management, 211 Dawnbringer Street was a museum to the Dawnbringers. The only one in Vallakrezk.
Should we go have a look?
It is a museum of oddities and knickknacks. Old things going to dust.
Something tells me there might be a reaction of a certain.
The truth, Mayor Vallakrezk would have shut it down many years ago, but the caretaker is stubborn.
He's still there.
Caretaker?
No,
Vallakrezk.
the
The mayor.
Vallakrezk. I've heard that name in the books. I've read it.
He no longer leads the city. He was ousted a few years ago.
Did you say ousted?
To speak out of turn. He stood down from his position.
Removed from office.
In fact, hard to step down from you.
He flies.
You share a cabin with a gnome, so. I imagine you're like stabbing him in the leg.
Yeah.
In truth, it was his retirement which allowed for the establishment of the Tuxford Initiative in the old museum.
Did he oppose the
Quite
Tuxford?
vehemently.
Under what grounds? Were they made public?
Not as such. He thought. Make a persuasion check. You and you.
I didn't trust something to do with Edgar.
9. Oh no,
Natural 20.
sorry, 12.
Oh wait, maybe not. I'm just doing chat. I think so. Sorry, unnatural 22.
Oh, better. You can see her hesitant to talk, but she speaks to you eventually. So. Lord Vallakrezk was very wise, but also very zealous when it came to the advancement of technology and understanding of the Temple. He always cautioned that its exploitation could literally downfall Vallakrezk, and that put him in opposition with the Tuxford Initiative, who, unless I am mistaken, had the foremost mission of seeking out knowledge for the betterment of society, whatever the cost.
And did they make a profit from this? The Tuxford Initiative?
Gods no. He was bankrolled by Lord Tuxford. He's made enough wealth off the licensing of Vallakrezk technology. The very effigies which pull this carriage are his designs.
Undead.
Oh, how charming.
Where is Mayor Vallakrezk now? Or ex-Mayor Vallakrezk?
Retiring into obscurity, probably somewhere in the mountains. That's fishing. Lake Dawn.
Lake Dawn. So the streets we ride through now, because I have read of this region.
Pardon?
The streets we ride through now. Is this Vallakrezk?
No. In truth, Crest was almost destroyed. It is nothing more than the ruins of an abbey now. But either side of the River Luna was settled after the dawn. Crest lower down near Richtenhorst. We now ride through what was once Vallakrezk Central.
Do you have maps of the region at the Institute?
I'm sure at the Institute something could be found, but I have no tourist guide on me right now. Ah! Speak of the devil. And he shall repent it.
Good.
Welcome. 211P, Dawnbringer Boulevard.
Yeah, yeah.
What do we see out of the window of the carriage?
A large grey building, neoclassical fascia with pillars of old elven civilization supporting a entry with a large glass door, which appears broken and smashed. In fact, it's not the only window on the building smashed. Several buildings are smashed. The roof looks in somewhat disrepair. And
So this is your prime real estate?
it is of historical value.
It's a story. Beat me to it.
She opens the door. Enjoy your stay.
You will not be joining us.
I have other matters to attend to. Your share.
Of course.
Good day.
Well, thank you for your service.
Been most enlightening.
Far more enjoyable than the locomotive.
Yes. Come on.
Oh, that's Faye in the locomotive.
I still don't see the fascination with all the technology. Whatever happened to real horses?
Real horses require feeding. Dire.
Did you say the horses were dead?
Don't we all? Thank you, Anna.
I step on the carriage. And you say it was raining, so the hood is open.
Mr. Grimm unloads your luggage ungently.
Please, dear God. Could you just be a little more... No. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Grimm.
The carriage
Thank you.
pulls away.
What? Why would you say that?
So this is where we were to guide you to, correct?
Oh, thank you very much then.
This is the end of our journey. We can go and get our clothes.
Well, my business is not quite finished.
Lucky for you.
I'll be hanging around.
To the bar.
As for you, Vassal, I don't know. What for you now?
I shall go to the bar. Which I assume is where we are. I shall stick around for some time, make sure they're safe, they're settled and they're secure. I've not quite discharged my duties just yet.
So, what time of day is it, dear?
About midday.
Long night of travel.
What is the interior?
Ugh, is that grim?
You are all standing outside the building.
The door is closed, I assume.
Yes, but it's practically on its hinges.
Off its hinges.
Introduce ourselves?
You are their esteemed guest, it seems.
Yes, such esteem.
Is he singing? Hello?
Anton!
On opening the door, the first thing you see is a large marble bust of the founder of the Tuxford Institute, Lord Tuxford himself,
Dear God, he follows us everywhere.
which immediately explodes as shrapnel of marble rains upon you. There is an echo of a gunshot, and a voice from above calls out,
May the devil bite you! You'll not take any more of my relics!
as he begins to reload.
Is there anything to take cover behind?
No one wants your bloody relics!
He just blew one up.
From the Taliban historical
He's going
institute.
to roll an attack, so who entered first?
It was me.
Yeah.
I've taken cover.
Right, Taliban.
Okay, well, we'll enter initiative. Roll a d6 for taking cover, and
4.
he's going to roll to hit. Ooh, he hits!
Does he?
Natural 17.
Yeah.
Tell you what,
Don't take the piss.
he's an older man, so his dex isn't going to be good.
You know what his dex
It's
is.
natural roll, is it?
Don't fudge it for me.
Let me just say, his natural. It was 17. Does 17 hit?
17 hits.
17 hits. Uh-oh. You take.
No damage.
You take 4 damage as a musket ball grazes you in the arm.
Oh, God damn it!
I will have none more
of this defiling of the Dawnbringers.
Came from his
He
fucking
loads another
institute.
round.
We are not here for your relics, old man.
Make a persuasion check.
15, 16, 18.
18.
We come in peace.
Will you stop fucking shooting?
He's going to shoot at you, Vasily. Ooh. What? You hid behind cover?
I am, yeah.
What's your AC plus 5?
But you ain't hitting me. 23.
Well, okay. I rolled a natural 18. I'm rolling hot tonight.
Boo, boo, boo.
A vase explodes above you and ashes rain upon your head.
Stop!
A likely story.
Stop breaking everything. We're from the institute.
He's struggling to reload.
Can I see a way up near him? Like, if I peek my head out, can I see
Oh yeah, he's
How
like...
do I get near him?
He's like 30... in a dash you could get there in one turn.
Yeah.
But you'd have to run out of cover.
Yeah, but if he's already had his shot and
so-
reloading, you'd have time to get up close to him, so then at a disadvantage because you'd be within his face. I'll do that.
Okay. So, as he brings up his gun, it's like,
The vast.
I hope.
make a grapple check.
Oh, okay, not bad, Matt. Grapple, grapple, grapple. Diddle-a-dum, diddle-a-dum. Is that just strength? Grapple.
It's athletics.
God damn you. Oh, actually, no, that's good.
One. I don't think
So
you
you've
can
got all
roll
your
it.
strength.
Fucking hell. Okay, so he pulls up his gun and holds it towards you, and you just
Disarm. Yes, we mean you no harm. Keeping this thing. Hardly going to give it back to him just yet.
What do you want? You've taken everything.
We've taken nothing. We've only just arrived.
Shot everything.
It's safe to enter, Vasily.
It is safe for now. My friends here have only just arrived.
I step out of the shadows.
Who's been here stealing from you?
Who are you?
Fuck that! Why did you shoot me?
These are our esteemed
That's how you
colleagues.
greet guests in the delightful land of Vallakrezk.
We are from the Tuxford Institute.
And we are their guides.
This is the Tuxford Institute. Those who enter without permission.
I assume you have a
We were
written-
sent here by the fucking institute.
We are the Institute.
We are
have
the
no
Institute.
permission.
Do they have a note
Make
of the...
persuasion check.
Oh, fuck.
Would they have an invitation or
I've
something?
been paid.
No verbal order.
20, unnatural.
Say persuasion.
Yeah.
Mr. Dramescu.
Oh, check you out.
Indeed. We are here via invitation.
He looks confused for a moment.
William.
As they're talking, I'm unloading the gun.
My face is an invitation.
Don't say that.
Just ignore that man.
We've been sent by the institute to help establish a beachhead here in this charming village, town, whatever we call this cesspit. And then you fucking shot at me.
He walks down the stairs and
the
goes
fucking
towards the
uniform?
door which you just entered and begins rummaging around the broken glass and marble and clay.
I'm ready in attack
at
in
the
case he
bottom.
comes at me.
And he picks out a letter which looks like a telegram.
What did you say your names were?
You didn't tell.
I'm Althea. This, my compatriot here, is William.
I see. I was told to expect you.
Yes, well.
Well, thank God you didn't expect us too well, or else your aim might have been better.
Inspiration.
I've already got it. Damn it.
Use it then!
I've literally stepped out of the carriage! Shut that!
You should have used it to step out of the carriage!
I
We're going
stepped
to
out
cast this
beautifully!
two bits.
Yeah.
It is breaking everywhere, but no, it's suspended! Yet.
Oh, some apologies are in order.
Yes, quite.
Field dressing, maybe?
Are you injured badly?
Praised.
I mean, it's annoying. I've sorted myself. fuck's sake, I lay on hands.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Ooh. And again. Why did I do it on there? I thought I was doing normal rolls. No, I'll take that. It's fine. It's pretty good.
I may have some salve. Follow me.
Lovely. Does it explode as well?
Be careful what you say in this place. You never know what might.
I think you two will get on.
Show me where it hurts.
Oh, dear God. Right arm, just below the shoulder.
So,
No, it does not need an amputation.
he looks at your wounds, and how much damage did you take?
4.
4. You heal 3 HP.
Thank you very much for your kind medical attention, which would have been unwarranted if not for your equally kind greeting.
As I said, we've been having some trouble lately here at the Institute.
Have you not found talking politely to people working then?
I tried that the first few times. Ignored me. Since I started shooting first.
I don't suppose they talk much when you've shot them first either.
Well, I've not had to shoot them.
Oh, okay. Just as...
Warning shot. Well, after the first warning shot, they scarper.
And who are they?
Does the warning shot normally hit them?
My first shot was above you.
Yes, we desecrated the Tuxford statue.
Oh, we have 100 of them.
I told you, he's everywhere.
Just like to send a bust.
Did like a bust.
What was the question? He's been robbing me.
That's the one.
Yes, the Institute.
Yep. Who is taking liberties with our stock?
Children, coin buyers, thieves, money grabbers.
William, you're top of...
Probably gnomes.
We just saw a gnome. She said she was your friend. Well, associate.
Who?
What's her name? Anna?
Anna?
Yeah.
Charming.
An S?
Short.
Gnome-like. Said she was
Hair.
your friend.
I'm alone here. I've been the caretaker here for 50 years.
She came out of these doors, didn't she?
Anna von Kova.
Nope.
Maybe she was a thief.
Yeah,
What are they stealing from you?
wonderful.
What have you got that's so valuable it's worth stealing?
Mostly, we like to grab hold of the ceremonial weapons. We used to have quite an armory of halberds and swords, which was used in the dawn by the Vallakrezk militia when they charged the castle.
Valiantly, I heard.
Indeed. Most of that went, and they started stealing the cutlery. We had plans to act as ambassadors to Vallakrezk on behalf of the Institute, and had a degree of fine cutlery. That's gone. They started stealing the copper out of the walls for the Ambaric lights, and the light flickers and kind of hits it with a stick. Then I started shooting them, and thieving went. Funny how that.
Where's the security? Why is it
You just
you?
took it from me.
Why is it just you here?
Well, who else is going to be here?
The other members of the Tuxford?
We approached this situation before we left.
Give him back his musket.
So you knew that this is what we were looking into?
No.
Is this what most headquarters are like for the Tuxford Institute?
I can't say.
It's a good question. Where is everyone?
I'm the only one here. This is a museum to history, and no one appreciates history anymore. We receive no funding from the council. In fact, the council are outwardly hostile to our presence. Lord Vallakrezk, if he may call himself such, would rather erase history than we dig up dirty secrets about the circumstances surrounding the explanation of the devil from Barovia.
Dirty secrets.
What devil?
The devil! You know.
No. Go on.
Do I know? Do we know?
Don't
Make a
know.
history check.
Yeah, come.
You can make a history check. This is literally history of the.
Oh yeah, but as guys, we should know.
Make a history check.
Okay.
You two can do it with advantage.
Does that mean you? Or those
Institute trained. Natural 20.
Start.
What a waste of a 20.
I dare not say the name.
You must not fear the name.
What name? Oh, Strahd.
Say it proud.
Speaking of not making a difference.
Because they to speak of the devil is to invite him into your home.
He is dead, is he not?
Superstition.
And yet you invited us in.
Oh god. That got very dark.
His name is Rancid.
There is that. Did we draw on 2.0?
Did we check your credentials before employing you?
My companions have a point. We have not introduced ourselves. Although I'm sure you know our names already.
I was only informed 2 guys may accompany.
Guide 1, guide 2.
Indeed.
Yes, correct.
My name is Rancid.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Rancid.
Rancid is fine.
I'm Anton, caretaker, master of the museum. Pardon!
Nothing?
I have given his musket back.
Like, is it war in order or the chambers?
We need to get them set
What
up.
have you been sent here to do?
Why we want to know?
You've been sent here
This is the question. Why did the individual ask?
clearly because you need help.
We were told to undertake whatever was necessary to establish the institute in Barovia.
Excellent!
Oh dear.
Fantastic. Follow me.
Okay. We'll
You're in
follow.
backup.
He moves you through rooms and rooms of skeletons in cases, what looks like a large stuffed werewolf.
Can I ask what these skeletons are?
Bones!
The skeletons are bones.
And the werewolves.
Werewolf!
How interesting that you
I like
managed
this
to keep it transitioned like that.
See mine.
Sea mine. What?
He goes into a large area. It's like, and he points to a pedestal. Clean.
That must be for me.
On which?
Behold, prime relic. Our most valuable possession in here in the museum.
It's lovely.
What is it?
It's gone is what it is.
Oh,
What should it be?
I thought it was the masonry. You need a dwarf for it, if that's all.
One of the most powerful weapons of the Dawnbringers. They used to defeat the devil 100 years ago.
It was the Mace of Quentin. Here you could say.
Swap.
Prime condition, never been used.
It's almost
Just like his healing
That's
ability.
how new in box.
Yeah.
A few days ago, some men came. They weren't like normal children. I shot at them. They ignored me.
Normal children.
You should have been died.
They bleed like the normal children.
They went straight for here. Took the relic.
What was the relic?
As I said,
What is the relic? What does it look like? Was it comprised of? What's it called?
Is there a plaque? Some sort of explanation?
Yes. This is a museum, is it not? Come on, boys. Descriptive.
it's in the seal. Make a persuasion check.
Ooh. 17.
17.
It's pretty damn good.
It is a, glass display case. Vial. It's about yay big.
It's a vase, isn't it? Not a vial. Vials are small.
Vase.
Full of...
Things?
Not that posh.
Flower.
You mean?
Anyway,
So what is it?
as I said, a weapon.
Of?
The Dawnbringer.
How does
Keep up, guys.
How is the vase a
Mace,
weapon?
sword,
It's in the vase.
bow.
What's in the vase? Do not say Quentin's holy water, because that is a fake.
It's a holy man.
What's
You
in
give
the...
me a guide. I'm not sure I can trust you. The men who took it were gods similar to you.
Similar how? To describe their appearance, it could be important. It will be important. It is important.
In detail, go.
Descriptive.
They wore black cloaks, and they were about the size of humans.
Black cloaks, humans.
The guard won't listen to me. They think I'm making it up.
Why?
I tell you, the council is still against the founding of the order.
Who is in charge of the council these days?
I don't give a shit who's running the council these
Not a good
days.
start.
Ah,
We will see.
clearly, persuasion power is on your side here.
The guard turn a blind eye because I refuse to pay their bribes. The guard are practically the ones who stole from me. I'm not going to them. But you're him.
When you say bribes, do you mean taxes?
Bills.
Just I'm getting an impression of you. And I'm envisioning a type.
I'm not paying the man.
Mortgage.
One day the devil will be returned and I will be prepared.
What will they do? Turn off my electricity? Oh shit.
The Amoric meter needs another copper. What they don't tell you is you can steal from your neighbours.
So, would you have any idea where maybe we could begin looking for this most precious of all relics?
So my apologies out there. We've been assembled for a treasure hunt and want to get that right.
Great.
This is what the institute that I've heard so much about is doing with its time.
Yes.
Seems a little rustic compared to Waterdeep.
Oh, you will have no quarrel from me, but I just find it highly irregular. Is this some sort of test for entrance?
Persuasion check.
I'm also going to
Oh.
50.
Yes.
Really? After over
Insight check.
Go on then.
2 decades of training, I'm now to be sent on a fetch and carry quest by an insane old man.
He's just... He doesn't give a shit whether you call it a quest or a mission or a test.
Just get it.
In his mind.
JFDI.
So, where would you suggest we begin looking?
Track down the children who robbed from me originally. They might know who the others were. I'm sure they're in cahoots.
Oh yes, those damn children and their conspiracies.
Suppose you could ask the guard, see if you get more of a response than I did. But I can't imagine they'll be more amicable towards you. I'm a citizen of this city.
Yes, with everything that entails, I agree.
There are shady pubs in the area. Check there.
Maybe you don't.
I don't know.
There.
You're the investigators.
When was it taken?
It's not actually my job title.
About 2 days ago.
Any antique shops, markets hereabouts?
Pawn shops?
Yes, loads.
Excellent. Any maps, so I know where the fuck I'm going?
No, they were all stolen.
Brilliant.
Have you,
How convenient.
have you ever retrieved any of the relics that are taken? Ever?
You'd have to leave the building.
There was once a child walking past. It wasn't
and an active mission to steal from me, but I could tell he was scoping the place.
Was he carrying school books?
Oh, Faye's just like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
He wasn't carrying books. I broke his leg. But when I questioned him, he coughed up a few coppers, which I'm sure came from here originally.
You mugged a child for some coppers.
They mugged me first.
Yes.
This isn't the institute I thought I worked for.
Where are the children to be found?
It's obvious we're required here.
Down the docks.
Yes.
The docks, you say?
Yes.
The docks.
Okay, what are they doing at the
It's a
docks?
coastal town.
Slave.
We are not a coastal town.
Oh, Lord, I think I'll find a bloody map first.
Lake Dawn.
Oh,
has
yes.
docks.
It's a large.
Vallakrezk is a hard industry in the entire area. Goods and resources. They come in and out on long, narrow boats.
That's, well, that's
They
where
get loaded at
my,
the docks.
my economics class is completely superfluous. Excellent. Well, I'm very eager to begin looking.
To the pub.
Rather than spend much more time in this.
Do you have any
He has
tools
the
that we?
gun back.
He does. Do you have any tools that you can give us or loan us to aid us in this quest?
Mind you,
It's
Are
potentially
you going to rob me?
No, we're here to find back the relics. We have our two Tuxford Institute colleagues.
robbing ourselves.
Yes.
We're on the same side.
You'll forgive me. Why not?
We forgive your suspicions.
Make a persuasion check.
Still not sure I forget.
Ooh, 22.
22.
Oh, I like these new dice.
If it will ensure the recovery of the relic.
Which it will. As sure as you're born.
As I said, they rinsed us of most of our armour.
Child-sized breastplate.
This.
And he fetches a box.
This was a display piece.
One day you'll do that and snap your ear.
Dear Lord.
This may be of use.
Was it
A box.
of?
Clearly.
Useful items.
Excellent. I opened the box.
Okay,
In
you
front
open
of colleagues.
It's unlocked. The box is actually rather nice. It was originally mahogany, been scuffed up. Inside, deep purple velvet. You see,
Swanky.
A big S.
in sank positions, all the equipment you would find in a normal Monster Hunter's kit, which is a crowbar, a hammer, 3 wooden stakes, a holy symbol, a flask of holy water, a set of manacles, a steel mill, a flask of oil, a tinderbox, 3 torches, as well as 2 common health potions,
That's what we need.
and a pair of daggers. One of which is a dark Damascus steel looking metal, the other one a shiny bright silver.
Almost like Witcher.
I'll just tell you, one is adamantine, one is silver. Looking upon them, you can see engraved on the silver one the word tooth, engraved on the adamantine one on the right hilt the word claw.
Anyone here wield daggers?
I'm trained in them, but I wouldn't choose to use them, I suppose.
I think they're probably most apt for you.
Sometimes the material is more useful than the weapon. Better to have and not need than need and die.
I would agree. I will spin around, pop them in the belt.
Ooh, very swift.
After the last combat, you two should probably take 1 of the 8 health potions each.
Yes.
You were both quite
So I shall
squishy.
add an adamantine dagger and a silver dagger.
What health potions are they?
Common, normal, which I think is 1d4 plus. I can't remember. So, whatever the health potion comes in. Basic health potion. There's not much else to get much of a news for you, I'm afraid.
That is okay. This is a great start. We should be back in a few hours.
Oh, adamantine daggers aren't on here.
Where do you expect that most of these children might reside?
Docks.
The docks.
That's where they fence ill-gotten gains.
Why though?
Because they're poor and they're scum.
Clearly a progressive member of society.
Yes.
I often look for reasons behind these things, but I'll reserve judgment for now. People usually do things for other reasons than being poor.
To the docks?
Off you pop.
To the docks.
Alex, if I may, the daggers, profile, just normal daggers.
It's a normal dagger, but the adamantine crits on a 19 instead of 20.
Lovely,
The silver one is a normal dagger.
but it damages. It has the benefits of being silvered.
Indeed.
Lovely. Sweet. Which way around did they go?
Adamantine is claw. The silver one is tooth.
Lovely. Silver one is 2.
Thinking quick break? Yeah, quick
Hey. So,
Got any sweets? Need some sugar. Need some sugar.
let's have some more, please.
Time sync.
You leave for Tuxford Initiative Institute.
Foot docks.
Return to Vallakrezk in the streets. There is a hustle and bustle of a large city. You see more of the horse effigy drawn carriages walking past. Okay, perception checks.
16.
16.
You do on occasion see more of these porcelain figures, but not horse humanoid. There appears to be two loading the carriage with heavy boxes. They are humanoid, porcelain.
Do they smell of formaldehyde?
They're far away.
Oh, okay.
We're going.
Have a chin wig?
Would we rather not? No.
I would assume they were.
And other people in cloaks. Vallakrezk is an interesting demographic. Mostly human, but many gnomes, and the occasional dwarf and elf. So, as multicultural as you would expect a large city like Waterdeep or Baldur's Gate, except with a large bias towards humans and gnomes.
What sub-race of elf are they of the ones that maybe our predecessors would be familiar with from this area, or are they just normal elves?
Dusk elves from the area. Make a history check. I'll give you advantage since you're now.
That's an 8. And that's 11 history, you say?
Yep.
So I will take the 11 piece.
Looking out for them specifically, since in your reading you have heard about them, you do see the odd one or two, and in particular, one appears to be overseeing the two effigies loading the cart. Just kind of catches your eye.
Living legend.
Damn question. When the carriage left us, which way did it head?
It headed west.
West. Would that be in the direction of the docks?
Docks are north.
Okay. Okay.
Who's? Guide, do you know how long it is to walk to the docks?
Yes, DM.
10 15 minutes, not long.
10 or 15 minutes, not long.
Shall we catch some air? You look like you could use it.
I think what could do something good after so long on the train. Does anybody else find it strange that Anton did not know about Anna?
Yes.
And more so, why? How did they know we were arriving?
I'm not sure we can trust everything we're told in this place.
Is William smoking?
Trying to.
Yeah.
Love it.
Any
Just quick roll in.
Did you get that?
Most pod people.
vices, I think that.
Gold tip cigs.
Bad for your health, innit?
He's not wrong, scum.
You can roll it like that.
You need a light. There's plenty of fire where your soul is going.
Your devil friend is there.
What?
Going to be my bitch for eternity.
Listen, if you spent some time here, yes? Vallakrezk.
Yep.
Who are you looking at?
What are you talking to him?
What a stone's throw!
From just that house to their house. Hey! I was just looking at my old house.
I'm not used to
You see the old fields here.
I'm not used to settlements like this, so I'll follow your lead.
Fair play.
I'll take the rear.
This way. I set off in the direction.
I'm gonna like hunch up into my cloak and bundle up as best as I can.
Don't you walk like smaller than you are?
I
Punch
mean,
down,
I'll
don't you?
walk with it. I've got my staff.
Mm.
Bit of a hunch.
As we walk in, just shuffling in the car.
Every day you shuffle.
In fact, I am gonna.
Oh no!
I am gonna. I'm gonna expend one of my bardic inspirations. Where can I find it? I'm gonna expend one of these to draw one of my cards for my tale telling.
Ooh.
Just as we're walking down the street, you see Ransom just shuffling and flicking the cards.
Interesting. Interesting. So very far from home. I am. For many lifetimes.
You enjoy the tarot?
Something older than tarot. I think that's the way they give it these days. Much older than that.
Arcane? You give me power?
The cards are just a sign. They tell a story, and we live that story.
Used to be an old Vistani trick.
Superstition.
Do I know the Vistani?
Make a history check. This is a map of old Italy. The area is much more expanded, but
To Lake Zarovich.
it is no longer called Lake Zarovich. It's called Lake Dawn. And that is where the docks are.
Sure.
We are.
Well, the barrel once rolled down.
Yes, I recall. Probably still there.
Are we heading to the lake, or are we going to try and follow the way that we think Anna? Was it Anna's gone?
Well, you are our guide, I believe. Anton said
To the lake.
the kids, the children, the young ones,
Attend the dock.
they attend to the dog.
Northwards.
I'm older 9 DM, so I probably don't know this story. It's not a name I know personally. No. But I'm sure they had the sight the same as I do.
I've read as such.
You make your way to the docks. It is not long before you get there, and you can see narrowboats, barges loaded with coal, Lots of lumber being loaded on many of them. Other ones just loaded with crates of manufactured goods coming and going. Chimneys around the docks as lots of factories and manufactorums are located in the area for easy access to resources. You don't have to look far for children, as some children can shoot.
Excuse me, sir. Use your fortune for a silver.
I'm on guard for thieves. Not having anyone pick my pockets. Why do they need coal when they've got ambaric energy?
It's used in smelting and lots of manufacturing processes beyond electricity and baric energy.
Fortune, you say?
Yes, sir.
We're about to scare the shit out of kids.
I'm intrigued, child.
We need to talk to the children. Maybe you don't.
This man may read your tale. He's very skilled in the art of tarot.
You don't scare me much, mister.
He's not there to scare you. He's there to help you.
I just edge the hood back ever so slightly and peer forward.
Is that so, child?
Make an intimidation check.
Curdle milk, that.
4, 10.
No, mister. You get many types in Vallakrezk.
What about large men in black cloaks?
Make a perception check. That's a lot.
10. Not a good one. Fucking pickpocket.
Oh, what kind of men in coats? Lots of men come down the docks. They sell their trades on the wares, on the sea. They call it sea gypsies. They come and go.
What about men who've been down Dawnbringer Street recently?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. What's it to you?
Well, I suppose it's the difference between either a shiny coin for the information or a good hiding for pissing me off.
Make an intimidation check. Or persuade. No, intimidation.
I work in education.
Very true.
What did I get? I think that's 18.
Pretty intimidating.
That's pretty good.
There's no need to read something like that. What do you want now?
So these men who've maybe been down Baker Street, have you seen them? No, not Baker Street.
Close
What's it
enough.
called? The realities of merging it down Dawnbringer Street.
Get in trouble if I snitch.
But you get money if you were to help someone who was an interested party.
How much money?
Ooh, I think I might have a shiny copper I could spare.
I see.
I could get a copper now. Guide, have you got any money? I don't have any on my inventory.
I don't have any in
You
my
don't have any.
inventory.
Not on my inventory, I don't think I ever rolled it.
I've got one.
Oh, there you
Yes, I think Lord Tuxford over there.
go. William's holding the money. William, show him a copper, please.
Inventory. And top right. Oh, you've got 5.
William shows him a copper.
I'll show you.
Pay up first, then I'll snips.
No.
I can make you pay. Make an investigation check, William.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I rolled a 1.
Never mind.
I'm changing it to a 10. So that's now.
You can do that.
What was it? Investigation.
Yeah.
15.
How are you doing that?
None of your business. My 410.
That has to be done before the roll, but I'll allow it in this instance. You notice that your flask, which you keep, the flask which you keep booze on, just in case at all times in your chest pocket, is not there. As you were looking for a coin, you feel an absence.
DM, I have a passive perception of 16.
What?
Do you?
I do.
You would have seen another child who was near William pilfer it.
It seems to be being robbed.
I grab the little shit by the ear.
Oh, by the ear.
Right, so
is
I
it-
suggest your little scrote friends bring back what they've taken, and then you give us what we've asked for.
Make an athletics check.
Ooh.
No, yeah, athletics.
Don't. And I'm not going to use my inspiration because that's a nat 20.
Oh yeah. Oh, so lucky.
Rolled nat 19.
Ooh.
This kid wiggles and wiggles and wiggles, and it's like,
Almost tears his own ear off.
fuck you!
He's just holding him, like, far away. Arm's length.
What do you want to know?
Right, first, he gets his shit back. Secondly, these men who have been down Dawnbringer Street, where would I find them?
The flask is long gone. You'll be able to buy it in a couple of hours down Gertrude's Goods.
Gertrude Goods.
It's a pawn shop in the area.
Excellent. Well, that's something at least.
What about these
More than
men?
happy.
We will get it back.
The men from Baker Street.
Well, it's kind of common knowledge down here at the docks that we've been recycling some of the goods which are in the museum.
Where do these goods go?
Well, we sell them in Gertrude's Goods primarily, but a few men were interested a few days ago. I never asked their names, but we told them how we get in and out. Front door, I said. I says, you go in the middle of the night, old bastard can't hear a thing. He's a poor shot, even if he does. Just take whatever you want.
What did they pay you for this information?
Oh. Hey, gold coin.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Natural 20, 26.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
About... Sorry.
How much you got paid? Half that, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a funny thing, Fate, how it comes to bite you in the tail. You've lied to us, boy.
Never!
Still lying, are we? I'll just twist his ear.
Mum! Right. Give me a silver.
Sounds more reasonable. And these men, did you know where they came from or where they went after? Except obviously Dawnbringer Street.
Oh, I'd be reneging a deal if I told you.
I'd recommend you to tell us.
But you can make me a better deal.
Well, we
What about two silvers?
1 silver and 2 ears.
I was about to say you get to keep your ear.
Actually, I prefer my compatriots.
I'd like to destroy your mind.
God,
I would like
I
to...
know
What's
you
your
full on
intimidation like?
Sorry?
What's your intimidation like? I'd like to give you my inspiration as I'm twisting his ear.
Yeah,
So
I
you
like
can
it, I like it.
As if I rolled that. But
It's good.
yeah. 14.
1 silver it is.
Oh, sorry, 15. My fault.
1 silver. Once. Far from here. I never asked who they were, but I know how they work. They're men from the lumber yard, the sawmill. It's out the docks. They cut they float the wood down the river and cut it for export.
Could you take us to these men and point them out for us?
I'd like
Take them
to...
there, they'll know I snitch, but he points to a large building with logs floating in the water in front of it. That's the yard.
Thank you, Urchin. No.
Bring him with us.
If you hear any other information maybe of interest to me, then you'll know to find us. But don't come back to Dawnbringer Street for anything except to give us information.
Yes, ma'am.
Flick him a silver.
Fucking baller.
Runs.
I bet.
Range on fireball.
God.
No,
Children in the countryside aren't like this.
you've not been to the city? No. Your balls deep.
Outside. Outside balls deep in jungle.
Yeah, crusty jugglers.
I'd say I'm that fond at this stage.
Outside of the institute, this is what most of the urchins are like. It seems they're a common breed, whichever city you're in.
The only question we have is, do we want to go to the lumberyard or do we want to go to the pawn shop?
The pawn shop will still be there. I'm conscious there's not much request for old relics. These men must have needed the. If you think they're going to sell it with the alcohol in, you're dreaming.
If the children are dealing with the pawn shop, I find it unlikely that adults would do the same.
Agreed.
These men wanted something specific.
Yes.
Let's go and question them. We'll observe them first.
Okay.
What does your mom tell you, William?
I agree.
To the lumberyard.
I can tell you're pissed off.
He's starting to sober up. He's
He's on his
starting to
third
twitch.
cigarette.
Yeah. You can smell sawdust in the air as you approach, and you can hear whirring noises. There is a large, kind of looks like a warehouse with a ramp leading up to it from the water, almost like a boat slip. And next to it, a smaller building to the side, which looks like an office or a business front. There's a sign above: Vallakrezk, wood and lumber.
Imaginative.
Wood and lumber.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Interesting. Not the brightest of colours. It's a front.
If we just hang around at the entrance and just watch for a while, do we see anyone?
You didn't give the description.
No. Well, anyone who looks shifty. Anyone with eyes too close together, other than William.
Make a perception check.
22.
As you were brought up in an institute without any income of your
Scoping
own.
the perimeter of the office. It's a small office. Kind of like one room. Like on a car sales floor, you'd have like a single building, which is basically just a desk inside. The glass windows are painted black from the inside. There are scratches letting in a little bit of light, and you can hear occasionally movement from within, and after a while you hear a voice speaking. With that perception, you're able to hear half of the conversation.
Oh, don't worry, my boys secured that thing you wanted nice and quiet. We got it. Alchemist ain't tested it yet, but he thinks it's legit. We're gonna hide it on the normal export route.
Oh yeah, they didn't check. No. Oh yeah, it's still active. My other guy, he said that they've been able to increase the access to the site. Found a new reserve. We'll be able to have production up and running.
Vineyard.
Expanding new lines to Waterdeep, maybe even all the way to Baldur's Gate. Your customers will be very pleased. Trust me, high quality match. Oh no,
Is that
no.
the Ewell of endless wine?
Not a sales pitch. I know what you want. It's all ready to go. Oh yeah. And you can hear the jingling of keys. And you kind of peek through one of the cracks, and he's like playing with keys in his hand. Oh yeah, it's secure. The keys on the table. No one knows we got it.
Does anyone want to buy some lumber?
Wood?
Got wood.
Are you making an entrance?
Oh, a conversation between friends.
I don't know that.
Is there any other entrance? In the day then? Tell your boys. Less hassle this time.
Can I peek in and see what they look like or who he's talking to?
Yeah, you can with that perception check. His back is to the window, and you can't really make much out of it. A long blonde hair, very dirty, and there's no one sitting in front of him at a desk. And it's not clear at all who he's talking to. Right. Make sure you have the goods there. No goods, no deal. And he reaches over to a mirror which is sitting on his desk and slams the mirror face down onto the desk. Gets up, goes to his coat, puts it on, and makes his way towards a door near where you're standing.
Do we hide? Or act like we're inquiring for wood?
You've got a few seconds to decide.
Buy some bad wine?
Hide.
I'm gonna hide.
Stealth checks.
Don't know what anyone else should be.
I'm not going to hide.
Oh,
Fair enough, this will work.
That's fine.
This will work.
It's fine. Fine. 24.
13.
Where are you standing?
I'm going to walk up to the door.
Okay. As you approach the door opens.
Oh. Good day, sir.
We're closed.
Well, that's most unfortunate. As you can see, my walking staff is not the best of sorts.
Go to your father.
Unfortunately, I'm new in town.
Our
I
regards.
heard you deal in specialist goods.
Make a persuasion check.
I like where it's going.
He's locking the door behind him. God.
You got inspiration?
No.
Didn't you have it to carry over from last session?
Steve.
Oh, did you use it?
I'm going to use this. This is an 11.
You heard wrong. And he locks the door behind him. You're going to stand in his way.
No.
Well, that's most unfortunate. Maybe I'll call again tomorrow. When do you open?
He's begun to walk away. You just hear as he's walking away. Piss off.
I'll wait then. That's fine. I'll wait. Thank you. Good cunt.
Do we have a... a charming fellow. Do we have a way inside this building? What's his normal export routes?
That's the main one.
Knows the rear ends as well.
We need to investigate the whatever cargo ships they've got. Laden.
Or follow him?
Yeah. Should we follow him?
Don't get the afternoon.
How long did he say we had?
He didn't, did he?
I remember.
He said tomorrow to his business associate, whoever he was talking to. It is about evening time now. The implication is he's closing for the end of the day.
We could-
and locking up.
We could come back here later and follow him now.
There's nothing in the building there.
We don't think so.
Can we see? Oh yeah, can we see anything through the windows, like records? Has he got any paperwork in there?
Yeah, you can see down there are files, paperwork.
What canal boats are nearby then that look to be full of wood and ready for export? Are there many or is it just one? None. Does it seem obvious where his usual export route would be?
Yeah, it looks like wood gets loaded onto boats inside the large building adjacent to
The office. And is there a boat in there at the moment fully laden or being laden?
you can't see from outside.
How long would it take me to check?
Make an investigation check.
16.
You can see there is a narrowboat inside, which is partially laden with wood.
Okay. So the potential of the Ewers or
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was generally keen speaking to that individual.
he was. He locked the door behind him.
Did he leave those keys? Can we see them?
You know, he put them in his pocket.
He did.
I believe I saw that, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah, he put them in his pocket. So we can follow him if we want the keys. We can have a shifty if we want to have a look at the canal boat to see if it's hidden in there.
Yeah.
Although we could end up going to the canal boat and find a locked thing that we can't get into because he has keys for it.
Follow him.
I think follow him.
This looks like the sort of place where a street mugging wouldn't be so uncommon.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, firstly, everyone make an investigation check to try and find him, because after you're looking around, it's like 10-15 minutes gone.
No.
Investigation.
7.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yes.
This is 5, so 25. Got 24.
God, you guys are on point.
Okay,
So that's good roll of the night.
you all somewhat decide to split up, try and cover, see any tracks as open, follow routes. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. William, almost as soon as they split up, you begin walking towards a bar. Nearby there is a pub called the Hanging Sailor, and you think this is as good a place as any to check. And sitting at the bar inside is the man you're looking for, drinking a pint after work.
Excellent. Can I send a message to...
Do you have the message cantrip?
I do indeed.
What's the range?
120 feet. I think you would have dispersed a little.
No, not within range. Further than that, probably.
Further, and you need to know the location. You need to point.
I can point. Alright, well I'll...
Who did he split up with? We wouldn't have gone off in 4
Is he
separate
sitting
ways.
alone?
He is.
Probably not a good idea if I speak to him.
He looks towards the end of his drink.
Shit. Is there any children nearby?
Make an perception check or investigation.
Oh, that's 2. That's not good. 7.
It's not hard because they constantly seem to be bumping into your legs as you're walking up and down the street. Sorry, miss. Yeah, sorry.
What have I lost?
Everything.
How
Where did he
much do you have in currency?
A lot less now.
How much did you have?
Yeah.
I've decided we're going to clear this fucking city up.
I
No
think-
more kids, no more crime.
You know, whatever you had, you have 4 less now.
Oh.
I can't find it.
You can't just get rid of all the children.
But yeah, one's just bumping into your knee.
We could put them in a school.
Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't see you there. He's
I
playing.
grabbed one.
Oi,
I have a job for you. Don't you be alarmed. I can pay more than what you took.
I'm not that sort of boy.
Find
I know some older ones if that's what you're into.
Go quickly, how fast? No, wait, not. What? No! Theft! Pickpocket! Right out of the place.
Oh god! Oh god! Jesus Christ!
No! So tired. I'm so sober.
Stealing?
Hush. There's a person in this bar, and I need something to choose from this. It's like keys. Can you do it? How much will it cost me? Can you do it now?
He looks at you. Just in the bar?
Just here, in this club. Yes. It's easy for you. If you're nearing the end of this drink, I don't have much time. I can meet you around the back of the
I can't do it in the bar. I have to wait till he comes out. The bartender knows my face.
Fine.
Just a set of keys. Where on him?
Am I aware of where he's stowed?
Chest pocket.
Chest pocket.
What's he see? Yeah, no problem. 5 gold.
5. No. It's a silver.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna make this an 18.
Really?
I am. This is persuasion, is it?
You're choosing to make it an 18.
Yeah.
Yep, you don't roll then.
Excellent.
Sure thing, sir. I'll do it for a silver.
Excellent. I'll pay you afterwards, though.
Sure thing. I trust you. You won't rat me to the guard, will you?
Never. Not can use your services again in the future. There's plenty of point for you.
Definitely.
Who wants to bet he walks in and just tells him?
Probably get
If you ever need any more keys, Nicking, you know who to call.
Let's see how you pull this off.
Okay. You sit outside the pub.
No, wait.
Sorry.
Speak for Quentin.
All over Vallakrezk. All over Vallakrezk.
Yeah, mate.
Dulwich Quentin Road.
You sit outside the pub, and
It doesn't look like me.
a few minutes later, the guy comes out putting on his coat. The little boy runs up to him, carrying a small flagon of beer. He goes, "Excuse me, sir, excuse me. Ah, sorry, sir, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Fuck off, fuck. Get the fuck off." He moves away. Less than a minute later, kid approaches you, twirling some keys.
Kid's got skill.
Excellent. Keys was good on top. Yeah.
Yeah, put my retainer.
It would.
I give him silver in exchange for the keys. You have the keys.
We shall name you Millivolt 2.
What's your name, boy?
John.
John. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Seriously, you want any work done? You can do two-story work, pickpocket work.
Where can I find you if I need such services?
Around this pub most days.
Thank you, John.
I never go in, but customers after they've had a few.
Ridiculous, I see.
Clever. Smart.
Friending children again, William.
Like that.
What has happened in your past?
Well met, my boy. I'll see you there soon, hopefully.
Nothing beyond your sin.
Tip cheerio.
Quite.
He leaves.
Yeah. I leave. I head back to where I don't know where to head.
We're just sort of.
Or I could head back to the.
We wouldn't have found out
No.
far from the. From the
You
beyond.
either meet in the street or in the institute, doesn't matter.
Oh, bar. What a surprise.
In fairness, yeah, I think after some time we'd taken Althea's initiative and probably found you at a bar.
Back to the
Yeah,
office.
I'll probably go. Celebration.
We've got money, you've been mugged.
Yeah, good luck. Right,
Looking at the keys, there are 3 keys on this ring. There is a small cylinder key, like you would, that you presume is the office. A large bolt key, and a small key with a very long neck. Make an intelligence check for.
I mean, I would know from retail that that's a safe key. But
Many moons ago.
Yeah.
That's a natural 20.
You recognise this to be of the same metal and design as an office key, the key to the mill itself, and a safe key.
Excellent.
Let's go Rob.
I think we should return back there because he's going to talk this time.
How on earth did you come with those? You don't look like a killer, William.
Well, when you have a brain as large as mine, you don't need finance. Well, simply just find a way.
Maybe I don't have a brain big enough to understand that sentiment.
No, you don't. Quite right. Shall we head back?
You were doing so.
What's the plan?
To the office,
I
open the
believe
door.
we should head back
Do we
to
wait for nightfall?
I think it is, isn't it?
I mean, it's almost, it's past close of business.
Quite dark.
I would assume he retired for the night.
Mm.
He's worked tomorrow. I fear if we wait.
Yeah, we'll miss opportunity.
If he's missing and
Head back.
their plans will change, so this is now on that level.
Agreed.
Okay, you make your way to the mill. Where are you looking first?
The office.
We have
That's the
keys for the
base
front
door.
door.
Is there anybody on site?
Yeah, we're being stealthy.
Not that you can see from outside.
No.
And a little shifty in the Canavo bit. See if there's anyone in there moving around.
Yeah, perception check.
Yeah, I think
On the
that's
inside,
13.
you've gone in there. Look like.
Yeah, 13.
In the lumber yard.
Looking inside the yard, there is no one.
Okay. I don't think we need to check the canal boat at some point, but we can do the office first.
Am I not in the office?
If you're going into the office, you can check in the office. Are you?
You have the keys with you.
I do. Well, yes, I used to go to the office, but I don't want to get barred in.
I can go ahead if you
I'll be
like.
honest, the bloke was a cunt. Barred the fuck in.
With a key though, so just break the door.
Very, very true. I'm just more curious about safety measures that they have in place.
Very true.
It just does the same thing for me to wipe on.
Gives you some bars.
Wait, what? Oh God! Trip gets worse.
Can I cast identify on the doors to make sure there's nothing?
You can.
awry to say, or spells or something.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that as a ritual, which would take 10 minutes, but will not take a spell slot, or as an action. Might be more difficult to openly cast magic in the street for 10 minutes.
That's it, actually.
Okay. You approach the door,
Yep.
and then you go. Your eyes glow white for a moment. There is no magic affecting this door. No magical traps, no magical spells.
Okay, I open the door and get the keys and open the door.
You open the door. Staff within. It's a small office. His desk is there, facing the door. 2 seats. Cabinet of files.
Search the room.
Make an investigation check. Anyone can join in if they are.
I'll keep guard actually.
Oh my god, he's
Make
just
a perception check.
Unnatural 20.
you will get one D4 on top of your.
Oh, and that one. You see
See
the
this whispers. It's not there.
After you very quickly look around, you see some files on the desk, an open display, which is nothing more than the trade and sale of lumber, production reports, almost deliberately boring and legit. Briefly looking at the filing cabinet, same situation, lots of folders, just all legal, all above board. You peruse the place, studying the key that William showed you. This room is too small to have a large safe in, and nothing here is amiss.
Can I turn the mirror up, but facing towards a wall so it doesn't see us? See if there's any response.
There's no response.
If you just glance at the mirror from an angle, can you see like a room in the mirror, or is it just a mirror?
It's just a reflection of the room you're in.
Is anyone here superstitious?
No.
Break this mirror.
Oh, you are.
You break it, it shatters.
I didn't break it.
As you went to pass it, I moved my hand out of the way, so it fell.
And just out the corner of your eye, you see just Rancid just shaking his head and just shuffling
That
past.
was not me.
It wasn't me. I didn't touch it.
Very foolish. To
No.
leave such a trinket around.
I'll try and catch it.
You're gonna try and catch it.
Yeah, go on. No, you
Can you channel
Make
Ella?
a sleight of hand check.
God, he was
21. Oh my god! Fucking idiot! Put it back on there. Thank you for the assistance. That was I'm not trusting you again.
So have you used one of the 3 keys to get into the office, is that correct? Yes.
You deduce there's nothing here of value.
Should we take the mirror with us? Put it in a bag? Should you want to leave
You
it?
can carry it. I'm not trusting.
I'm
I
worried
won't
about
carry it.
who's on the other end of it.
Make an Arcana check.
Me? Inspiration. 18.
You know that scrying requires an expensive object, a crystal ball, a mirror, a pool of water. The object itself is mundane. It is the spell which causes the magic. You have heard that there are powerful magical items, scrying eyes, which can scry themselves. But this is not one. This is just a mundane mirror which was used as a focus for scrying.
Right, okay. I think it's all water. I think it's just a water.
Put it back as it was.
You searched the desk.
Absolutely nothing there unless you're really interested in the tonnage of pine exported for the last 6 months.
It's fascinating, I'm sure.
It's not.
No.
There seems to be a bit of it.
Sheep.
It seems to be quite cheap at the moment.
But there appears to be no other
A lot more
hidden
brandy.
compartments to the desk or...
Nope, absolutely not.
No.
To the canal boat.
Okay.
Locking the door back so it looks like we've not
Makes
been.
sense. The conversation sounded like everybody's a ship.
Correct.
You?
And battle map.
Make your way into the sawmill. How much?
It would be nice to be asleep before midnight.
Yeah.
What?
I know you sleep, I know. Okay.
This is my weekend.
You're off tomorrow as well.
I blame you on French. I need bread on the way here.
Bread on the way.
1 in the morning.
Tesco will be open.
Yeah, go.
The big one. Are they still 24 hours?
Yeah.
Is it? Because Beaumont Lee's stopped for a while. Been.
Yeah, no, it's back again now.
Oh, okay.
Look at it, no on there. Got loads of the new 40k magazine shorts and very good on
I feel. Well, I get one.
it. Got some measuring thingies in there. Quite
I have projector connected, it doesn't just look at laptops.
I don't 18 quid on a blind.
I was going to say, it's a nice blind.
2 quid off, so not got 2
Did you seriously? Where was that from?
Right.
They gave me 2 quid off because it was damaged.
Yeah, it was all crumpled.
10%
I knew
mate.
it was a bit I was putting down anyway, but
Oh, I
it's crumpled. Can I get something? 10%. Scan the barcode, it came for 75. Yeah, like, get it.
Who is entering first?
I shall go in stealthily.
Okay.
I imagine I was last, so I just locked the door, being the key bearer.
I will stay with you, Gillies, you're guided.
Oh, that's not too stealthy.
So Althea is entering first.
Yes. I will check for
If you
traps
start
on
to
the
stalk
way.
away out there, right, you hear the guidance whispers. Very careful.
Is that a D4?
How long is this people thing that?
It's just a minute thing.
Oh,
It's literally like a one guidance, but I can do it at range.
As long as we like. That's a D8. That's a D4. Mom, Big Willie. 14 is myself.
14. Okay. Can you see the map?
Yes, I was confident I could have a way.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, there I am. There I am. What is this?
Sorry, I'll just drop myself in while I'm.
Oh, it is a Hello, how?
There is a monster in front of us. Let us attack it.
Myself to the side for a moment.
There is a monster that is inside of us. Let us attack it. This is the other guy.
I will need to change this icon to the slightly smugger half elf.
Very good. So, okay, you're entering first.
Mm-hmm. Stealthily. 14 on stealth.
Okay. Do you have dark vision?
I believe so, 60 feet.
Okay, so you have no trouble seeing the gloomy lit interior of this room now. Wood creaks as you step on the floorboards, and you can see wet logs struggling against the barriers supporting you. Above you, there is almost the entire length of the building, a large log on chains being supported from claws grasping it to the ceiling, and in a kind of winch kind of mechanism. You can see wood is loaded from the south, cut up and moved onto these runners. It is processed over the runners and then exits towards the north of this map.
See anywhere where there may be a safe or anything like that.
Make a perception check.
Here we go. Strange place. 18.
18. You can't see any narrow boat, but you would presume that this is a factory line of sorts. Wood is drawn up from this ram, moves through the building towards the rear of the building, where it is eventually loaded on plank form.
We have to be very careful not to touch any of the machinery.
Okay.
And move towards the end of the building. Being very cautious and a little bit stealthy. Can I see anything out the end of the building?
No. Well, there is down these tracks another cart full of wood.
And it appears to be safe in here, doesn't it? There's no one here. So I like to call people from what I can see.
Follow through.
I think we're here.
Have a bit of industrial sabotage.
What?
We have 2 keys.
Was that what you were pointing at?
Yeah, this is
It looks like not a workbench, but equipment and machinery, like a control panel of sorts.
Oh, okay.
There's a canal boat around the
All
back.
this is what they call progress.
Yes, that's where you saw it.
Right.
They never wanted to chop the trees down and that's it.
Why do you think they got it?
The world has changed.
I mean, that is the meaning of progress.
Unnecessary. Wasteful. Breeds the pestilence that we've seen in this city.
We can make that better. But now's not the time for moralising. Now's the time to find this fucking safe so I can go to bed.
Are there any other rooms? Or is it just straight through to the back?
It's straight through to that.
Go and have a look.
As you two were talking, you were watching out.
I was.
Make a perception check.
Ooh, thank God. 22.
22. You can see here, where I'm pinging. And
Can't see
here.
anything, mate.
Oh, I'm on the wrong way.
Ping.
Here and here.
Got ya.
2 wood panels slide down.
And people behind them?
In a manner of speaking.
Oh, a robot.
You see 2 7-foot tall
I reckon
humanoid
fucking Scarpa lads.
porcelain effigies.
God damn it.
They lumber out
They may as well be golems, I think.
and simultaneously both hold up a right arm, which whirs. As you see a saw blade arm begin to rotate, and they look towards you, the intruders.
Oh, yay. I'm running away.
And that is where we'll end the session.
God damn it.
Nice. Right, run to the canal boat.
God.
Fucking crazy, man.
God damn it.
Stop recording.
Love it.
Fucking servitors going. What the fuck's happened? How did you let this happen? Oh yeah, so we've freed from vampire. Excellent. Let's use dead things instead of normal horses.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
You know what? I can show you because I don't think it has any spoilers.
The allure of vampiric energy, isn't it?
Fucking cool, man. They're like so Warforged. I love it. Warforged horses. Oh, they are pretty as fuck.
I take it they're a golem.
We don't
Not
know.
metagaming.
You're certainly not familiar with any of these new world things.
Oh my god. Yeah, man. They're like creepy Warforged.
We don't have these in Waterdeep.
What's that artwork from? That's fucking cool.
I love it. Later.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, well we didn't PPK.
Great session, honestly.
I like
great
that.
session.
Yeah, I like that.
I love the roleplay stuff.
Yeah.
It's nice we did it again.
Combat's cool, but I love roleplay.
RPGs, yeah, roleplay's best.
Roleplay's always the best.
We have 2 keys.
We've got 3 keys.
We've used 1 key.
We need a safe key.
Again, they don't disappear.
No.
So we still have 3 keys.
I have no charisma, not loaded it. What I'm saying is,
You sure? I was
find 2
raised
more
with you.
locks.
Right.
No, you used 2 keys.
One to get into the
The
yard, one to
office,
get in the office.
the sawmill itself,
Safe
you have
key
the
is
safe
in,
key
yeah.
left.
Okay.
And with a
I don't think it's a very safe key now. We've got these things.
The actual world is so cool.
Yeah, it's coming on, isn't it?
Man.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's crazy.
We're in Vallakrezk,
Yeah.
but it's just so
New
Map,
Vallakrezk.
map.
I just love how I've just had everything stolen from me.
Except your dignity.
Yeah.
You left that
I'm still
idiot.
Now the new Quentin of the group.